to another video. We are back with ranking the Dragon Ball Z movies. And today, we're finally going to start with the Z movies, 13 Z movies in total. And today we're going to talk about the first four: Dead Zone, World's Strongest, Tree of Might, and Lord Slug. Let's get straight into it with the Dead Zone. Now, Dead Zone didn't really have that high expectations for, because Dead Zone is just, it's by no means like horrible or bad or anything. It's just extremely basic. And it could be seen as like an alternate world, like Saiyan Saga, where it's like the same premise, like Gohan gets kidnapped and Goku and Piccolo have to team up. That's basically what it is, and we get introduced to this guy named Garlic Jr., my fault. And basically he hates Kami, and he uses the Dragon Balls to wish for immortality. Which I do find it ironic that Garlic Jr. is like a lot of characters in the series have wanted immortality through the Dragon Balls, and Garlic Jr. is the only one to ever get it. But then again, he is thrown into the Dead Zone at the end of the movie. But yeah, like I said, very basic, not much to it. I like the premise of the Dead Zone, and I kind of like the premise of like Garlic Jr. Like the premise, Garlic was a man. He was like a monster who wanted to be Kami, but he lost to the current Kami to be the world's guardian. And out of anger, they fought, and Kami sealed him into the Dead Zone. And Garlic Jr. basically spent his whole life, like, getting strong to fight Kami. And he lost. He loses. Loses to Goku, Piccolo, and Krillin, because he's not really that much else going on with the movie. I mean, like, the introduction of the movie where Piccolo is fighting, that's pretty good. Gohan gets high. Chi-Chi and the Ox King, they have, like, little moments, I guess. That was cool, seeing, like, them for, like, 2 seconds. Overall, I do think Dead Zone is C. Overall, I do think Dead Zone is C. Next up, we have the World's Strongest. Now, the World's Strongest, I did go into this one with low expectations, but I actually liked the World's Strongest. I thought this was a pretty decent Z movie. Basically, Oolong and Gohan, they're looking for the Dragon Balls, and they find this really old guy, like, using them, and he wishes for Dr. Wheelo. Basically, not to come back to life, but for like the ice to melt around the lab. And it's revealed that this Dr. Wheelo is like one of the world's smartest scientists, and he wants to take over Goku's body. He kidnaps Roshi and Bulma. It's all sort of stuff. One thing I like about this, it was kind of like a precursor to the Android saga, which the androids don't come around till much later in the timeline. The Bio Warriors are also pretty cool. I think Goku, specifically the first fat yellow one, Goku versus that one was a really good fight. But I don't know, I just like Dr. Wheelo, and I also like his machine's design. And I think the concept of Dr. Wheelo is pretty good, and I also like how Goku just blasts them into space. I'm gonna give this a B. Next up, we have Tree of Might. Now, I was really looking forward to Tree of Might, as we've all seen how, like, Turles is, like, the King Von of movies, which is true, by the way. And my expectations were met. This was a pretty good movie. I would even say it went, like, kind of above my expectations. I really liked it. This is also the movie where Icarus is introduced, which is, like, Icarus isn't in the main series. He appears in a lot of these movies, especially like these early movies, as like Gohan's friend. He's like a dragon. And basically, another thing I like, all the Z fighters appear, and they get like decent dialogue. Yamcha's in this, Puar, Tien, Chaozu, Goku, Krillin, Piccolo, all of them. Another thing I like, there's a scene where they're all like helping the forest, going around getting the Dragon Balls to help destroy the forest. And I really like Turles and like his gang and the fights the Z fighters have. The only complaint I have is that Turles is he's too strong for these guys. Like him and his men, they like all low div. the Z Fighters, and Goku basically has to clutch up a spirit bomb to Turles. Other than that, it's really good. If you're a fan of Z and haven't like watched it, if you've never watched any of these, I would recommend watching them all. But if you haven't like seen any of these movies in like a long time, I'd recommend watching Tree of Might. I'm gonna give this an A tier. So, next up is Lord Slug. Here's a fun little fact about this one. So, the time this manga was like being like serialized, Super Saiyan was about to come out, and this movie really wanted to use it. So they used Super Saiyan, but here's the thing. The movie used Super Saiyan like right before the manga. And I'm pretty sure that was like a whole thing. And everybody in like the community theorizes that Goku doesn't go Super Saiyan. And they've like named this transformation like false Super Saiyan or like pseudo Super Saiyan. I just think that's really interesting, as like we get stuff to this day that's kind of like that. Like Xenoverse 2 for a good example. Xenoverse 2, I recently learned this. Bandai Namco isn't allowed to use anything from the manga for their Dragon Ball games. So what they're doing for Xenoverse 2, they're making like new forms for like things that are supposed to be in the manga. I don't know what they're called exactly, but I do remember there's something that's supposed to be like, oh, what is Vegeta's transformation? Ultra Ego. There's something very, very similar to Ultra Ego, and in the newest update, they're adding something where it's like Golden Frieza in like a black outfit, and he's even doing the Black Frieza like pose in the promotional promo images. So I think that was really interesting. Other than that, Lord Slug, the movie, it's basically like Lord Slug is like a planet destroyer, and he's coming to Earth. Ugh. So basically, the plot of Lord Slug is like a planet destroyer, and he wants to make Earth his starship. So he and his men, they put these seeds around the Earth to like start freezing it, and that's kind of it. Like Goku and friends have to deal with it and stop them. So there's one fight, and I'm very Team 4-star coded, and where like Piccolo's fighting this alien, and he knocks him out of the building. I was thinking like the alien was gonna like keep walking in the building and keep getting hit out of the building, because that's what they do in Team 4-star, like their Lord Slug movie.
He thinks he's so great. I'ma show him. Ah, God damn it! Alright, go for the left. He won't see me coming from. Oh, I saw it coming! Fine. I'll wait down here and catch him off guard.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hey, I'm just waiting for that green jerk so I can surprise him.
Neat.
Yeah, he'll never see it come. Oh.
But yeah, other than that, there's not really anything else to talk about with Lord Slug. I mean, we find out here that Namekians are like, they don't like whistling noises, which is ironic because Piccolo, who is a Namekian, a Piccolo is basically just a better flute. And we are blessed with earless Piccolo in this movie, old Pickle. So yeah, all things considered, it's alright. I'm gonna give it C. Nothing too crazy. It's an okay watch. So, like the last video, that's gonna wrap it up for this 4's movies. Comment down below what y'all think about Dead Zone, World's Strongest, Tree of Might, and Lord Slug. Alright, as the last episode, that is it for the 4 movies. Let me know down below what y'all think of Dead Zone, World's Strongest, Tree of Might, and Lord Slug. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. And be on the lookout for the next video where I'll be talking about the Cooler movies and Android 13.